Hey there, hello my friend. Amnor Hunter here from amnorhunter.com. Happy to spend some time with you in another video. Like every week, I want to share with you a couple in one video, a couple of new free VST plugins and also a couple of new interesting deals and releases in music production tools. As usual, you will find all of the applicable links in the video description and first comment just below the timestamps, alright? So let me show you quickly the plugins I'm gonna be checking out today quickly. By Universal Audio, we have this limited time promotion until February 28th. This is the 610 preamp and EQ collection. Emulation, of course, of the legendary, one of the first consoles ever made for recording back in the 60s. You can get it here at Plugin Boutique, right? Until February 28th. Also, another freebie in this list is the SANCTUM. This is a virtual instrument and sample library for Contact Player. It's a cinematic library with amazing atmospheric soundscapes, pads, and basses made by Deigineor, this developer. Okay, and moving on to the deals, United Plugins just released today, some hours ago, the Duoflux. It has an introductory price of $17, right? It has an 81% off introductory price. And yeah, here at the United Plugins store, this is a dual modulation engine and effect. And another new release is by Excite Audio. This is the Bloom Palette Modular LITE, a new virtual instrument in the series of Bloom virtual instruments. The LITE version only costs $19. Sounds great, amazing sounds, modular synthesis, right? 34% off until February 28th introductory price. Some honorable mentions that I wanted to mention as well. The SSL-X delay by Solid State Logic, only $19.99. Also, the SSL Native X Echo, only $19.99 as well until January 21st, or the bundle of these two together, right? SSL X Delay and X Echo bundle for $34.99. Before we begin with the content, my friend, let me invite you quickly to my website, amnorhunter.com, where you can get some additional free stuff, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks, some extra free tools, such as collections of guitar impulses and drum sample packs. Don't forget to keep an eye on this channel or my blog, which I am updating almost on a daily basis with tons of content like this. Let me know if you are here in the live stream. I am always happy and interested to know your opinions about these tools. I love to engage always in conversations with you guys about these tools. So without further ado, let me take you here to my DAW. Okay, so let's start with the freebies, right? Universal Audio is giving away for free these couple of preamp and EQ plugins, right? The 610, which is an emulation of the 610 legendary console, one of the first consoles ever made back in 1959 or in the 60s, right? 1960. So this adds a nice character to anything that you put them through. It has both of the plugins. One of them is Preamp A and the other one Preamp B, right? The Preamp B has slightly extra options than the Preamp A. Let's explore some of the features and controls. Both of them have EQ settings, right? High frequency knob and low frequency. Here on the Preamp A, you only have these options to boost or cut, -6 decibels or +3 or +6 decibels, right? And here on the Preamp B, you have some other frequency ranges that you can affect, right? I'm sorry. These are the decibels, right? 1.5 decibels, 3 decibels, up to 9 decibels of boost or cut, right? And both for the highs and lows, Okay, and also another difference here on the preamp B is the, like I said, the frequency range that you boost or cut. Here on the lows, 100 hertz, you can select 200 hertz or 70, and here on the highs, 7K, 10K, or 4.5K, right? Here on the preamp A, you don't have those options. On both of the plugins, you have this level to increase the coloration of the preamps. It introduces some mild saturation if it's on line preamp, but if you switch to mic preamp, or here at 2K or 500, you are going to have some saturation, even distortion, right? Both of them have a pad of one of them -20, the other one -15. Okay, so yeah, and also a way to flip the phase, right? Here as well. And yeah, I recommend you using the output to compensate any volume that you might gain increasing the level knob, right? So let's try one of them. I'm gonna try it on drums. Let's check it out. Turn it on. It has a nice silk top end and cool low end. Before, after, already changing a bit the character. And let's start to add some coloration. Nice. Let's decrease the output. Right, we have some saturation there. If we change it to mic, check it out. Nice. Some tube-like saturation, right? Before, after, okay? And let me use the preamp B on these guitars. So let's, for instance, make it a bit brighter. Let's reduce to 100 hertz. Okay. Some saturation, but let's add some distortion. Nice. Nice. Some like old school distortion. Loop distortion. Nice. Great stuff by Universal Audio. Take advantage while you can of get this. Let's continue. We have a new virtual instrument and sample library for the free Contact player, right? It's the SANCTUM, and it has like 15 presets. It has different sounds in this simple layout, right? We change here the modes in the user interface, right? I'm gonna turn it on in a moment. This virtual instrument and sample library will give you amazing cinematic and dark ambient textures and landscapes, right? Soundscapes, sorry. It will give you amazing basses, amazing pad sounds as well, that can work very well for cinematic, for sci-fi sounds. I'm gonna show you in a moment, right? Here we have some controls for the attack, decay, sustain, and release, right? The dynamics of the sounds. It has different instruments, I believe up to 5 or 6 different instruments, and it has 15 different presets that sound amazing. It has here the IDSR, it has also cutoff, stereo, saturation, and reverb, or it has EQ as well, low EQ, mid EQ, and high EQ, right? And here we change the different modes. The first one is obelisk, and we change to other modes that will give you different great sounds. Let me show you some other examples. I have my physical MIDI keyboard here. Some evolving textures. Okay, let me change to another one here, Tenet, like the movie. Gonna increase the volume a bit. Saturation. Nice. Let's change to Lost. Some pretty cool ambient textures. We have some other ones here. Let me show you another preset here. You need to load the NKY files, right? Let me load the second preset here. Nice. Like straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? Let me load another one here. Decay. Some like horns, right? Oops. No. Okay. It seems that I'm not using the contact player, am I? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm using it. I don't know why. Let me load another one here. Yeah, I have the contact player. I swear. Upgrade says. Weird. Alright. Anyway, let's move on to the other instrument here. Bloom Palette Modular LITE by Excite Audio. This new virtual instrument in the Bloom series will give you some amazing modular synthesis. This is a sample-based instrument, of course, based on some Eurorack modules from different brands. Amazing synthesis, right? In the LITE version, you have the 4 macro controls. The corrode is saturation. This one, I'm sorry, the search is saturation. Corrode is like bit destruction or bit destruction. Orbit is like modulation of movement, and space, well, it's like reverb, right? In the LITE version, which is this, includes 56 different samples and 76 presets that can be accessed here, right? The white triangles are the white keys on the MIDI keyboard, and the triangles upside down are the black keys, right? These 3 nodes, black keys on your MIDI keyboard, will morph the sounds if you press them, right? And here you can select from a number of samples, like I said, 56. You can drag and drop these, all of these samples and one-shots and loops down here, or you can drag them individually, right? Down here. You have different categories: textures, percussive, drums, rhythmic, pads and atmospheres, melodic, leads and basses. And you can set everything to the key, right? Major or minor key, so that it's in tune with what you're looking for with your track, with what you're producing. It has an output here. Let me show you some initial sounds here. Okay, another. And if I press one of these keys like that, it will morph the sound first, and with the other pressed, right? They change them. These three do that, right? We can drag, like for instance, we can audition them here. We can drag them here, right? You have it here. It's a loop. You also have one shots. Right? And okay, let's stick with one sound, for instance, and let's add saturation. Okay, beat crushing. Okay, some movement, some modulation, space, nice reverb. All right, and let's check out some presets here, for instance. Nice. A lot of movement. One shots. Nice, right? There are presets for experimental. Let's check one out here. Okay, full beat, high energy. Amazing sounds, low energy, melodic, percussive textures. And we can drag entire like signals down here. Okay, let's check it out. Some percussive elements. Right, so there it is, my friends. That's the Excite Audio Bloom Palette Modular LITE. Finally, let's check it out. The new plugin in the United Plugins catalog. This is the Duoflux, a very cool plugin that makes an innovative take on modulation, right? It's a dual modulation engine, which means that you can blend two different modulation effects into one. For instance, here we have the left side of the plugin, we have these functions, right? But we can choose here the type of modulation. Vintage chorus, modern chorus, ensemble, tremolo, vibrato, flanger, phaser, vintage rotary, low pass, high pass, free, high pass sync, etc. Right? Also on the left and on the right side of the plugin, we also get to choose the modulation. But the interesting thing is how we can blend the two engines. We have different ways of combining them. Left and right channel, right? And we're gonna use this for the left channel, this modulation for the right channel. We can also use mid side. So this modulation would be applied only to the center of your stereo field, and this modulation to the right, or sorry, not to the right, to the sides, left and right, right? Also, we have low and high frequencies, and here we have the crossover frequency. Like for instance, here from 835 hertz and below, so lows, this modulation engine will be applied, and to the other remaining frequencies from 835 hertz and above, meaning the highs, this modulation engine will be applied. Also, we have quiet and loud. It will add this modulation engine to quiet parts of the signal, and this modulation engine, the one in the right, to louder parts of the signal, right? It's an interesting take and an interesting way of combining modulation. So we have the usual controls in modulation, like the rate, depth, the shape, right? Also width, feed, and character. Also, we have additionally high pass and low pass filters for both of the modulation engines. And finally, we have some saturation, tape saturation, whoa, flutter, and noise to bring some extra character to each one of the two engines, right? It has oversampling as well. So yeah, let's check it out. It has a dry wet functionality down here. They can be linked with this. So let's check it out. I have this these guitar tracks. Okay, let me add it. So I'm gonna increase the wet. As an output. Let me turn off the tape. So for instance, here on the left, I am using this vibrato. Let's use a flanger. I can turn this off. Here I have a flanger. Okay. And for instance, here I have to the right side of the speaker, right speaker, we have this chorus. Let's choose another one. Ensemble. So no effect. Okay, let me add phaser. And here we change the shape of the phaser. Okay, let's add some saturation. Water, noise. And we can do that also for the mid side. Okay, for instance, let me use it on vocals quickly here.
You make use of this colorful moment.
This is for the center.
You make use of this colorful morning. It takes me down and leaves me this spent.
Lows and highs.
You make use of this colorful morning. It takes me down and...
Oh, it's on the guitar tracks. Let me add it here. The vocal, sorry. So the Duoflux.
You make use of this
Nice modulation.
colorful morning.
Lows and
It
highs.
takes me down and leaves me this. You make use of this
Vintage chorus and
colorful
vibrato.
morning. It takes me down and leaves me this spent. You make use of this colorful morning.
Before, after.
It takes me down and leaves me
Quiet and loud.
You make use
This creates a nice
of
stereo effect,
you
right?
make use
Mono.
of this colorful morning.
This is the crossover.
Takes me down
12
and leaves
decibels.
me this spent. As beautiful as I've made
Nice.
it out to be, the violin left nothing here, it just came. You make use of this colorful morning. It takes me down and leaves me this spent. You make use of this colorful morning.
Sounds
it
very
takes
cool.
me down and leaves me this spent.
Bass sauce. Let's check out some presets for vocals, for instance.
You make use of this colorful morning. It takes me down and leaves me this spent. As beautiful as I've made it out to be,
Okay, let's check out some creative presets here.
You make use of this colorful morning.
A lot of ways to use modulation.
As beautiful as I've made it out to be, the
Swirl.
violin left nothing here, it just came.
The cool thing that we have the wet functionality just to add the right amount.
Of this colorful morning.
Some extra character,
it takes
right?
me down and leaves me this spent.
Alright, my friends, let me know what you think of these plugins. I am always happy and interested to know your opinions about these tools. I love to engage in conversations with you guys about these tools. Let me know if you have any favorites, if you're excited to try one of these. I see some people here in the live stream. Acoustic is here. Hello, Acoustic. Thanks a lot, my friend. Dave Ian is here. Hello, Dave. Diego Ortega is here. Hello, Diego. Thanks a lot, guys. Denarius is here as well. Very cold today where I am, but a sunny day at least, says Dave Ian. Dave Ian is in Northern Ontario, Canada. Wow, greetings to Canada, my friend, from Mexico. Good to make some music when it's this cold. Yeah, I agree. That's probably why so many music comes out of cold countries, right? SANCTUM not for player, sorry. It's not for player, that's why I had this this message. I thought it was for contact player. Wow, sorry for that. My bad. Alright guys, before we leave, let me invite you quickly to my website, amnorhunter.com, where you can get some additional free stuff, some free PDF guides and ebooks, some extra free tools, collections of guitar impulses and drum sample packs. Don't forget to check out this channel or my blog, which I am updating almost on a daily basis with tons of content like this. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it very much. I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.